Hi, welcome to another A Industries video. It'll be a long one today, it's been quite an eventful turn. So today we'll be launching an assault on the Velox. They have 3 nearby bases, an island, an aircraft carrier, and a sand spit. The sand spit will give us a base of operations to launch future land assaults. So we've grabbed our expert pilot, Haylee, and preparing to attack. Setting our target to the island that we'll be passing, and we'll hit that on the way. Now, Haylee may be an ace ground assault pilot, but her takeoffs and landings can be a bit rough, as you can see. But I'm sure it'll be fine, and she looks happy enough. Forgot to put the brakes on again. It's just basic stuff like that Haylee just gets wrong. But launching from Goldpool on our far west border, we just have to use the staff we have available. So we'll be playing this bit in real time so you can see how she does all her pre-flight setup. She should have really done before the flight. That's typically what pre-flight means. Fuel checks all looks good, ammunition's all loaded. She hasn't configured the IFF or checked the weapon systems. Just double checking she's out of range of the friendly defenses before switching the IFF. Ready for an attack. Just configuring the spire satellite to focus on her ship. IFF is on, weapons are detected correctly, everything's good. Let's skip ahead to altitude a bit, I think. Alright, so approaching 15,000 feet, you'll notice Haylee started to level out. That is where the engines are most efficient. See, just under where I'm pointing there's thrust. The trick is to keep the thrust at a good level, which means we're leveling out using the VSI. Setting a cruise speed now. Don't want to go too fast. You'll notice we've got some shock heating at these kinds of speeds at this altitude. We'll let it drift a little higher so that the heating has less of an effect and we start to fly more fuel efficiently. Probably level out at about 18,000 feet. Now, it's only a short flight over there. Just keep an eye on the fuel levels. Yeah, not much longer, probably another 10 minutes, and it'll be dawn by the time we arrive. Let's skip forward a bit. We'll just switch to Haylee's head cam. See what she sees. That's right, Haylee Agonarch Industries. You haven't configured your computers yet. Engage all your navigation systems.
Okay, so remember Wahi EVA? He's not Wahi.
That's right. Now, we need your resource indication. That's good. Yes. Ammunition. It's all reading correctly. Well done. What are you doing?
Do you attack them?
No, I know there's nothing to see.
Isn't it in the bottom?
Sure, you can stare at the pressure indicators. What are you doing? You're sacrificing some cruise efficiency so you can get a better view out the window. Fine. You know what? Fine. No problem. Yep, nice steady cruise speed set. About halfway there. as you can see, it's not a long flight to the Velox Empire. As soon as we have a ground base, we'll be able to airlift in all kinds of things. Let's do a flyby. Really trucking. Skip ahead a bit. Got a few more minutes, but there's no need for us to watch the whole thing. Just keeping an eye on our thrust, dropping height a little to gain some speed if we need to, gaining height to gain some efficiency if we need to, keeping an eye on the fuel. Just all standard stuff. It's almost dawn at where we're attacking now. Alright, we're within 100 kilometers, starting to show up on the HUD. Fire now. Alright. So this first target is the island. It's just an attack of opportunity. It's on the way to where we're going. One last flyby. Real speeds. There you are, Velox. Time to hit your forward base. I've been nervous about this base for a while. Not sure which one this is. Sandy Island, maybe? The drop tanks are going to interfere with our assault. We won't be able to launch an assault as effectively as we would otherwise. You may have noticed this is a variant on the standard Grasshopper. This is the long-range variant. It carries a couple of fuel tanks on the wings. Its positioning of its weapon systems are further out to provide room for those drop tanks, but they can also cause issues if you use hard maneuvering when you fire. And the tail is a T-shape rather than a ruddervator V, which provides more stability when it's cruising at high speeds. The other one has a tendency to rock. So we're coming in now. Just make sure we're at a reasonable speed. And from what we know about these systems, assuming of course that it is the same as the one that the Velox put on their aircraft carrier, it will probably be best to assault from the top rather than any other sides. Is that Haylee, weapons armed? Oh, smiling away. You are a crazy one. What's that? I'm not dropping the fuel tanks yet. Well, okay, but make sure you drop them before you have to do any kind of evasive maneuvers, alright? Make sure you cut the fuel lines before you drop them, or you're gonna set them on fire with that maneuvering engine. Alright? Because you forget this sometimes. Alright. Let's just see how you go. A nice shallow angle. If you can call straight down shallow. What did I say? What did I say about the fire? Seriously? All you have to do is disengage the fuel pumps. Then there's no fuel pouring out into the jet stream. Cleared for assault. Within range. Open fire at will. Two away. Tech looks clear. Coming in for a second pass. Are you sure that's a good idea? One missile's down, one direct hit. More direct hits. The base defense IFF is still reading. Get the hell out of there. What do you mean you're going to do another pass? It's got a 30mm anti-air cannon on it. If it's got anything left, it's going to... Fine, take a pass with a Vulcan cannon. Alright, now leave. Set the primary target. Alright. Skip ahead a little. Ooh, clouds. Let's do a flyby through the clouds in the dawn. Lovely. Alright, back to time skipping. Cruise speed reached. Cruise altitude reached. Alright, Haylee, prepare for the next stage of the assault. There's plenty of fuel for this, but it looks like the aircraft carrier is going to be too risky a prospect. If we failed to capture it, we wouldn't be able to return to a safe zone. Alright. Maneuvering engine engaged. Prepare for dive. Alright, your instructions are to repeat the assault as you did last time. What do you mean you're gonna wait? Well, I know it's got guns on it, but... It's as different to training, Haylee. You don't want to see the guns working. Fine. Wait to see if it's hostile, if you must. But the second it shoots at you, you engage. You're approaching target range now. It'll be able to shoot at you any second. Okay, weapons free. You can fire at will. See? See? I told you. They're lining up for a second pass. Looks like 2 direct hits. It might not be necessary. IFF is still running. Seems harmless enough. What are you talking about? You can't use the missiles from this range. It's too close for them to be able to target. But I know I said weapons free. It's not fighting back. Haylee, goddammit. If you're gonna do that, at least do a pass. You gonna land yet?
Yeah, sure, bro.
No. Still quite happy just plinking away. Full base defense turret. What the hell is that thing made out of? Fine, you've clearance to do a pass.
Oh, what's this?
Definitely looks like it's still intact. Getting a little closer, huh? Thing is definitely not taking damage from our 20mm rounds. Alright, do a pass. Give it another hit with the Hellfire missiles. Let's see how tough it really is. Oh, what are you doing, Haylee? That's needlessly close to the surface of the water. You knew that wasn't gonna hit. You're gonna hit someone's house. Wow, that thing is tough. Whatever armor technology the Velox use is beyond anything anyone else has. Alright, that's enough. Land this thing. Let's take command of this base. We'll send out something to look at scrap later. What are you doing? It's just debris. Haylee? Haylee, disable the gun turret, Haylee. Haylee, you're going to crash the aircraft with the gun turret, Haylee. Do you have any idea how much these cost?
Fine.
Get out. Get out of the plane.
Run.
Yes, wow is right. Go plant the flag. Bits of grasshopper everywhere. You know, if you weren't such a good pilot, you'd never be getting into a plane again. You know that? The money. What are you doing? What are you... Yes, you've got a huge minigun, very nice. I know, very funny. Yes. Bits of plane. Yes, the engines get hot. Alright, that's probably far enough. Just somewhere over near that shack. Put down the flag. Can't remember the name? It was on all your mission reports. If you can't remember the name, how do you even know you attacked the right place? What are you doing now? What do you mean trying to find it in Base Boss? What does that even mean? Yes, Blue Bay. Well done. Plant the flag. Now, we need to build defenses for the area. So, our old Orb Weaver had some design flaws and technical difficulties. So, we will make a second version, which hopefully will be a little better. I'm not sure about 4 attachment points. I might make 3. Or actually even 2 would be fine. An Orb Weaver is a kind of spider, so our base will have 8 legs. Some armor plating. It's not going to be as heavily armored as the Orb Weaver. The Orb Weaver had a few issues with the subcontractors. The missiles were not all installed what I would call correctly. There were several flaws, but I won't go through them all. We'll make this an equivalent kind of thing. Similarly armed, the Olicon Millennium turrets, in order to make pretty flash firework type effects, and a 30mm goalkeeper just to keep the sky a bit quieter. A couple of auxiliary power units from a jet plane in order to provide us with as much power as we might need. A cockpit area and a ladder area. So that's looking pretty good. They're all armed and equipped. Give it some countermeasures. Turn those around. And Blue Bay. Give it a couple more weapon managers. No one's in it, let's launch. Something's not right. That wheel's sticking. Whoa. This is not safe for the missile, it's not safe at all. This is not great, this is not great. Ah, dear. Wonderful. I guess that's why we had those warnings about not using those kinds of tracks. That's fine. That's why we're allowed to revert if we don't do a launch properly. What is wrong? Let's have a look at that wheel. That's on upside down. No wonder that's not working. Could swear that wasn't upside down a minute ago. Okay, let's try putting it back on independently. what? Nope. Okay, whatever. Do it with, oops. Does it do it with all the wheels? Or just that one? The others look okay, but let's just disconnect them and reconnect them and see them if they behave. Same deal. So I'll be setting myself up for the same kinds of problems. Let's replace them. Alright, let's do this. And that's why you'll see me quick saving relatively regularly. And did it launch? No. The penguin, what? Like tape's a little irritated. There's a little Easter egg there in that map view if you guys care to pause and have a look. But let's try this with some proper wheels on it. This is much more like it. Alright. Brakes on. Lights on. Time to... let's just back up a bit more actually. Brakes off. Back up. Yeah, that's better. Brakes on. Now deploy. Lovely. Now we've got a stowaway. So Haylee will have to pull this idiot out of the vehicle. Because she'll be sitting in here until we get a mother aircraft, which she can use. So let's inspect this wreckage. Just managed to survive inside by the looks of it. Lucky. Alright. Let's have some glamour shots instead. It looks very nice. Alright, up the ladder. And throw that idiot out of here. And that's it for my turn. Thanks for watching.